Right.
Oh good, we are recording. Yeah. Ideal.
Well, hello and welcome to another RiderCamTV video, and you would have watched last week's because we know we've got dedicated followers and dedicated viewers to both Tamsin's channel and our channel. This is Tamsin Cooper from Tamsin Cooper on YouTube.
Hey guys.
Description will be in the link will be in the description.
Thank
that
you.
Sort of thing. But following on from our 101 of how to sort out chains and
which I
taking
apparently
our Warrior,
needed.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, very much needed, but it was staged. We've got some bits of kit that we're going to talk over, and then perhaps a bit of a giveaway. Just drink out of my cup a minute.
Is that a RiderCamTV cup?
Yeah, new merch. Yeah, new merch. You can get it on our website.
Is that your picture on it?
And yours.
I thought that was Uncle Fester.
Look, get your cup. Look at that, look. You too could be drinking out of one of those. Amazing.
My coffee did taste good this morning. I think it was the cup.
Wow. Yeah, there's always time for a coffee break. Hang on. Right, we can go now.
You really
Right,
do need to get out more, mate. Anyway, we're going to talk about stuff.
What have you got?
That.
Okay, so
That.
Just going to throw her in straight like that.
Ideal.
Get on with it.
Right, this is the Motion Pro Slack Setter Pro. Okay, so that's that. So we talked about in our last video, we talked about the slack on your chain and about taking that bottom and top measurement, and the idea behind this tool is to make it a little bit easier to be able to do that. So as it moves, it takes the bottom and it takes the top, and then it's going to give you your total number overall as to what the difference is. So looks fairly easy to use.
We'll try that briefly.
Yeah.
I've got this. It's a chain monkey. It's not a monkey, it's not a chain, and it's a similar sort of thing. Put it over your chain and it's stuff.
Do you know the thing that always gets me about this stuff is you get oil on your hands.
Oh.
Do you wear gloves?
I always mean to. It's one of those things. I'll go, oh, I'll just do this, I'll just do that, and then I'm halfway into the job and I'm like, oh damn it. It's always an afterthought. I don't understand for why.
What have we got there?
This is BPA-RACING's motorcycle chain adjuster tool. There's a tool in the box, there's a tool hole in it. I think that's an old joke, but
well,
I'll
you
use it
touched
again.
on it last week, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, you did. You said exactly the same line.
Anyway,
Mark.
we're going to talk about
That's
this.
why
That's
the
why
tumbleweed's just blown through the garage.
Okay, look, gets a bag, little felt bag like that. Inside here, you got a tool.
Now that is a good-looking bit of kit, though, isn't it?
Thank you.
Even if you're not a mechanic.
Oh, you meant that?
Yeah, the thing that you're unboxing.
The Mark Holroyd Appreciation Society.
It's got one member.
It has. Me.
No, Cornish Stig.
Cornish Stig, yeah. She's very happy.
Ah, we all love
anyway,
you, Mark.
so there we go. Look, there's the that's the bit.
It does look good, and they do them in different colours as well, don't they?
Tamsin's taking it off me there because I could see by the way, I could hear by the way she went, guy's an idiot. I'll go on and talk about this. But there's a torque wrench and a spanner. What else do you need?
It is actually beautifully machined, to be fair. It does look like a really quality piece of kit. So once we get it adjusted, and we've got our chain now adjusted, we should just be able to slip this on and keep an eye on it and make sure that then if the chain does get a bit more slack or does tighten up for any reason, it should let us know. But to be fair, the way it's built, it looks like it's going to last a while, which is pretty cool.
See what I did there? I got Tamsin to adjust my chain for me, and I've got this tool where I'll never have to do it again.
You're not stupid, are you?
I am.
But
Right.
really, you're not, are you?
So we'll get onto this briefly in a minute, I think, but do you want to quickly run us through that one if you understand how it works?
Yeah, let's take a look.
Okay.
Let's take a look.
Brilliant.
Really quick. I've got this, a chain
What?
slack adjuster,
Oh, okay.
which is called a
Slack Setter Pro.
slack. Should I say like a Manly Slack Setter Pro? No, Slack Setter Pro. I don't really know what it's supposed to do, but we're going to try and work it out.
It gives you the tolerance that we were looking at last week, the 40 to 50 mil of your chain.
It does.
Yeah.
But it's a bit complicated for a man with a small brain like I've got.
Okay.
So other people, other brain sizes are available, obviously.
Yeah.
However,
Right.
bit of a faff.
Yeah.
So apparently you have to find the middle of your chain by measuring from there where the front sprocket is to the rear sprocket, and it's around about somewhere under here. There's a black line.
Okay.
Okay, that fits over your chain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tamsin, you tell me if I'm doing it wrong. Then you lift it up.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
and then you hold on to the top bit and bring it down.
And you pull it down as far as you can, and then you read the scale.
Look at that.
What is it? I can't read it.
Well, it says 50.
So
which
our
is on the
tolerance is between
tolerance.
40 to 50 mil.
Okay, and it
So
depends
you're
where
right
you're going to
there.
measure it.
Yeah.
So that's that. Slack Setter Pro.
See, now out of the two things that you've had a look so far, I would use that one, or default to how Tamsin told us.
Like the way Tamsin told us how to do it.
Yeah.
I like the gauges actually, that's what I'm after. Anyway.
Now,
I'm reading the instructions. Cause I don't
so what have you got in? What have you got there?
I've got a chain monkey chain checker thing.
Okay, so
That's
how
what it
do you
looks
use
like.
that?
Basically, that hooks over over the top of your chain, so your chain is in that position, and then you work out what size your chain is. You screw that up to that level there, and then apparently you don't need to adjust it.
I'm bored now.
You are? Okay. Because I said the word chain.
Right, let's do it.
You have to look at me now first, because I've got
okay.
talky things to say. Basically, what you have to do, on the back of the box, it tells you how what size chain you are. You know, gives you different chain sizes, and then you work out on this gauge here where your chain fits into it, and it's about the bottom of this rubber nut, if you want, which actually it's a bung that covers a nut. The strange thing is, in the instructions, it doesn't tell you whether that should be on it or taken off, because underneath there is a shiny, like stainless steel nut. Once you've set it up, you adjust this to so it comes up to the bottom of the orange bit of the body, like that.
Hence the fact that you've already set it for yours, have you?
Because I have, yeah. Apparently it didn't work though. And your chain would be then going like that through there. And if
Okay.
it's all hunky-dory, then it's not a problem. So if I unscrew it and then you video me
Yeah.
using the medium of video, and I'll try not to do it using the medium of interpretive dance,
Please spare us that.
we'll work out how this works.
Right.
So basically it hooks over the chain like that, and this fits into in between one of the links, the black thing. This is what I'm saying. In the instructions it doesn't say whether that should come off it or not. You screw it up and you'll see it adjusts the chain. You'll see the chain change in position, and yes, it's oily.
So this is basically the principle that we talked about last week. It's just doing it on a smaller form so you can see it.
It's a different way of doing it,
Yeah.
apparently. And you screw that up so this comes up to the body.
Yeah. When it get caught in the cog, if you ride with it on there.
It will do. It makes a hell of a clacker. You know, when you were a kid and you had a lollipop stick stuck in the spokes of your wheel, that's the sort of noise it makes. So that's what it does. It goes up like that, and when the bottom of the nut lines up with the figure that you've decided matches your chain, that shows you how tight it is.
Brilliant.
There you go.
What a fantastic piece of kit.
I don't think it works. You can buy...
What a great video up until then.
Well, you can buy a laser light that fits on your chain and points up the chain, so you can see whether you've actually aligned your chain if you have to adjust it.
Okay.
But I did try that, and it's just not feasible on this bike, on an open bike.
What do you think about that then, Tamsin? Do you think that's... I think with the method that we used last week, I think that's just a massive faff and more confusing than doing it with a tape measure, to be honest. Yeah.
I think the only issue, well, not the only issue, but one of the issues I had is I couldn't see, perhaps it's the angle I was, but I couldn't see where the bottom of this was lining up to the rest of this.
So
from
what
the angle
happens
we were
is,
at.
if you using the gauge, the thingy, the gauge to work out what size chain you've got, this is supposed to screw up to on the number 2
Right.
on there.
Oh, so they give you those lines.
Right, okay,
Okay.
that makes a bit more sense. So did your chain screw up to line 2?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
just. But it's actually a bit, like I said in the instructions, it doesn't say whether that should be on or off.
But I'm guessing that if you're doing it with it on or off, those lines are kind of control anyway, aren't they? So if you get them there, it's
Well,
gonna...
you can see that if you look at that now, there's like a nipple on it because it fits up
Yeah.
inside the chain. That wasn't there when I first used it. Anyway, so that's the chain monkey. Some people use them, a lot of people use them.
I prefer... at the moment, as having not a chain, if I had a chain, I'd prefer it to do the way that Tamsin showed me.
So do I.
This is the best bit of kit, isn't it?
It's got a felt bag.
It's not the felt bag, it's the beautiful...
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, is it? We
Now-
have to do the sniff
Now
test.
it's funny because that looks like it comes from KTM, those colours.
It does.
And if you know that KTM's, they have on their front wheel, you can have an extra, which is the basically the lock that goes through the wheel, or the disc lock, isn't it? That's that colour, and it looks as well machined as that, if not better than KTM.
I think there's about 5 different colours. Do you need to smell the box at all?
Oh yeah, let's do
Weirdo?
it. Yeah.
No.
No, it's not great.
It's not the same as GoPro.
It's definitely not GoPro nice smelling out of the box.
Okay, so Tamsin,
Yes.
because I haven't got a clue.
No, me either. All right, well, look, it's okay. Look, we can figure this out.
Do you want me to hold that and you tell me what to do?
Yes.
Because I haven't got my glasses, I can't
It
read.
says-
There is some good instructions there, aren't there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the pictures.
So BPA Racing, I saw the advert on Facebook. I contacted them and said we'd like to do a review of it because we are pretty bone, and this looks like a pretty easy thing to work
Yeah.
for my brain anyway. And they sent us a couple, and we're going to do a giveaway at the end of this of the BPA
Yeah, how
chain
cool.
slacker adjuster tool.
Very
So
So first step, we need to make sure the chain is calibrated, which we've nailed.
we did.
Tick.
Yeah.
Next. Mount the
There's no
tool.
nails involved. Was there?
Mount the tool with the bushings on the chain's inner link.
Mount the tool.
So, looking at this picture, we've got it the other way. Yeah, yes, that way round. Cool. It says pull by the handle and secure the handle bushing over the chain. So this one here over the chain.
Holy moly!
Okay.
Yep.
And then it says loosen the middle bolt. That's going to be the Alan, you talk.
Torque wrench.
So the idea being is we want that middle line on here to align with this line here.
How do we do that? We use the spanner.
God, they've thought of everything.
We've got a spanner. A spanner holder.
What a well-designed bit of kit, though.
Is that lined up? I've got. Because
Yeah.
I'm working that.
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
this blind.
Yeah, you're good.
So-
Now we want to tighten that. That's it.
Hang on, Mark. Get your hand out the way a sec. Sorry. So you've put that line dead centre with the other line.
Yeah.
I
What
hope
a
so.
great looking bit of kit, though.
It's lush.
It is, isn't it?
So we want to tighten that up because now this
Oh.
is the tool.
You've got to
we go.
hold it with the spanner. So first thing is that when you're tightening it up, the spanner needs to hold those two in line. Otherwise, you'll do what Mark did.
All right.
And-
Is that lined up?
Yes.
So I'm guessing with something like this, you haven't got to be millimetre perfect, have you? Because you've got that tolerance anyway, haven't you?
Yeah. Perfect. So
That didn't
now,
hurt.
now this is calibrated for your bite mark. So at the moment we know that the chain is really good, so we've set it to the 0. The idea being then is that if the chain gets too tight, if you hang on, just leave it on a sec.
Oh, I've got to put it back on.
Yeah.
I've just seen how it came off. Look at that.
So you've got a wibbly wobbly line on this side and you've got a really straight line on this side. So if the chain gets too tight, this line here is going to move to the right hand side and it's going to show us that the chain is getting tighter. If the chain slack loosens off, then this is going to rotate this way into this line. And we know then we're going to need to tighten the chain up.
Ah, because that bolt that Mark's been loosening and tightening isn't so tight that it will hold it there forever.
No.
It's
Well, it's to do with this mechanism here. So this should stay, and it'll be this
okay.
mechanism here. So as the chain gets looser,
yeah.
this will lift up higher, so the spring will be extended further, and therefore this bit here, it will go this way.
Ah, right. Okay.
If the chain gets tighter, then this is going to drop this way. The spring's going to compress slightly, and the pivot's going to go that way.
What a good bit of kit.
So you can fit this to your bike while you adjust it.
That would be the best time to do it.
I'm
No.
just checking that. Is that lined up?
You can't fit it to your bike as you're adjusting it.
You can't.
No, because you need to have it calibrated to it being right first.
I mean, once it's calibrated.
Once your chain is correct,
Yeah.
then you calibrate the tool.
Yeah.
So now what happens is, anytime you pull up and you want to check your chain, you're going to throw this tool on it. because we've calibrated it to this.
Yeah.
So you couldn't use it at the point you were actually tightening the chain.
But you know you got to chain it to tighten
Yeah.
it, and then once you've done it, then that's.
So now, at any point, you can come in, you can throw this tool on, and you can see what your chain tensioning is like without needing to faff with tape measures.
What a great bit of kit.
Just have a go at putting that on and off though, Tamsin. Come on.
I did.
Well, because there's lots of ladies who do bike maintenance, isn't there? So just.
Okay.
That's
Right.
cool, isn't it?
So.
Oh yeah. So as you're doing it, you can see that bit that Mark has adjusted is sticking right up.
Yeah.
So that, like you were saying.
The spring's compressed.
Yeah.
So now we're on this wibbly wobbly slack line.
Yeah.
And of course there's no chain on it, so of course it's far too slack.
Yeah.
As we put it on, you'll see the spring.
And then that brings those two in. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I've got to say, for me, not being a chain person, I would always default to how Tamsin showed us last week to do it. But that as a calibration,
Tamsin.
yeah, that as a calibration tool
I like it.
is really good, isn't it?
And it's so well built. It looks like it lasts a long time as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say you'd probably want to recalibrate your chain every now and again. I wouldn't just rely on that forever and ever, because like I said, chains wear and they do stretch. So you do want to make sure you keep an eye on it and recalibrate it. But
for things like tours that Mark and I take people on,
easy.
to have that in your toolbox to check at the end of the night, rather than having to faff about adjusting.
We see people on tours, it's a nightmare. Curiously enough though, for the first day, they're spraying the chain with lube and they're looking after them, they're cleaning, and the next morning they're cleaning the visors, aren't they? And then 10 days in, they're just getting up and getting on and riding it. However,
I definitely have one of these underneath my seat in the toolbox. I think this is a win.
It's very, very good. What sort of price are they, Mark?
I think they're obviously different prices all over the world, but I think it's about 70 quid, which seems a bit expensive. However, that's a smart bit of kit.
Well, you think it's funny, isn't it? Because people say about the expensiveness of stuff, but you think about the amount of technology that's gone into get the machines to tool it, to get it working right, and the principle of the design and stuff. 70 quid isn't an awful lot of money, is it, for something made that well?
I just went down to pick this up off the shelf, I put it on.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think these were about 30 quid. Compared to that, that's just.
Well,
like
that's just
chalk and
confusing,
cheese.
that thing.
And then you've got a slack adjuster thing. You know, I need to go to university for something to work like that because it's very simple, but you know, it's not simple enough for me. That's really simple.
Yeah.
So.
In terms of the cost, though, I guess it depends what the value is. Because if it's a 70 quid spend, which is a lot,
I think it is. I'm guessing. You know, so
there or thereabouts.
Let's say it's around there, 50, 45. It's a price.
But as a price, your chain being too slack coming off as you're riding, if this means that someone's more likely to physically check their chain more often, then I would say that that's money well spent.
I like
Yeah.
what you're thinking.
I think a lot of people don't check their chains. I think there's quite a bit of fear around it, and I think it's quite a lot of
No
accidents
way.
as a result.
Yeah.
So yes, it's a big sum of money to drop on a part, but if it's something that's going to make you check it, then it sounds like money well spent to me.
It's you saying about the expense on a part that could potentially protect your life. People are going and spend 60, 70 quid on setting their mobile phone up on the handlebars.
Yeah.
And they don't need that to save their life.
No.
This is a really good bit of kit.
Yeah.
So now that you've seen Mark,
I'm so confident we changed
I was going to say expertly, but now you've seen Mark,
No,
fumbling his way,
don't use the word
putting that on
expert,
there.
because an X is an old has-been. A spurt's a drip under pressure, isn't it?
I thought you did
These
really well. I
Navy
thought it was
people.
really good.
Yeah, I thought that you were very good under Tamsin's expert tuition. But we've got two to give away, haven't we?
We have, because BPA Racing gave us a couple. So
yeah, so thanks to BPA Racing.
Absolutely.
Fantastic bit of kit.
I forgot what I was going to say then. Going to give them away.
Yeah, so how do they win it? I think, well, like any other competition we do, leave a comment. You must like the video. You must like the video because it helps us out a ton. Must go over and subscribe to Tamsin's channel and subscribe to ours. So make sure you subscribe to both channels and that you've liked both videos because it really helps us out as content creators because it puts it in the face of other people that might not see some of the content.
Comments on both videos, on both channels.
Yeah, so subscribe to both channels, Tamsin Cooper, RiderCamTV. Subscribe to both channels, like both videos, and then on both videos just put a comment as to why you would like it, and just give us something to laugh about. You know, it's a great bit of kit. Give us a comment about what bike you're going to use it on, and just be funny in your comment, and we'll pick when we've got up to, I don't know, we won't say a certain amount of likes, but when we're able to.
Comment.
Well, you never know.
They will comment. You guys, come on. You're going to comment on you, right? Come on.
You will do.
They're going to comment, don't you worry.
Hope so. So why don't we say by the end of February, we will then look at who is going to win it. We'll get hold of you via the comment section, both on Tamsin's channel and ours. So we'll give one away from each channel. So just keep it simple. We'll pick at random that person that's won. We'll get hold of you, and you can contact us through the website, and we'll explain how you get it. And we'll send it to you. Just
a quick note, if it's after February 2022, don't bother voting. They'll do that in all the best
But your call may still be charged. So what have you got to do? You've got to subscribe to RiderCamTV. You've got to subscribe to Tamsin Cooper's channel, Tamsin Cooper. You've got to like both of the videos, and you've got to put a comment on Tamsin's video and our video for double the chance of winning. Give us something funny, tell us what bike you're going to put it on and why you want to use it, but make us laugh. The funniest one's going to get the prize, isn't they?
Absolutely. Tamsin, thanks for helping us out.
Thank you so much.
Two blokes that know nothing about bikes talking about bikes.
But Tamsin has changed that. Now there's two bikes that know nothing about bikes, but we can adjust the chain properly.
Using my
BPA
chain adjuster.
It was really good fun, actually, guys. It was good fun spending the sort of morning in the garage with you guys and just having a bit of a laugh. I've really enjoyed it.
Good. Well, we've enjoyed having you. So hopefully we can do some videos down the line of different stuff, and you know, it'd be really, really good.
And when the weather gets better, go for some ride outs.
Yeah. Hence the fact that we're in our really poorly done out garage.
And you can always buy some RiderCamTV merch.
My throat is very dry. Hang on.
There you go. Is that a mug? There's a mug drinking out of it.
That was seamless.
Yeah. Can you go see both of them now?
Right, so if you like the videos,
give it a massive thumbs up. Do all the stuff that we've talked about loads in the video about winning, and we'll see you in the next video.
Cheers.